Think for a moment. Have you ever wondered if a service designed to help you financially could also, paradoxically, shut you out completely? Specifically, if you use a platform like Beforepay, is there a risk of being blacklisted? It's a question that weighs on the minds of many who rely on these early wage access services. We all appreciate the convenience of getting a portion of our earnings a little ahead of schedule, especially when unexpected expenses crop up. But what happens if something goes wrong? Could a misstep mean you're no longer able to access those crucial funds, effectively leaving you in the lurch when you might need them most? Let's unpack what blacklisted might even mean in the context of a service like Beforepay. Unlike traditional lending where a bad credit history might land you on a blacklist with a credit bureau, Beforepay isn't a lender in the same sense. They provide access to wages you've already earned. So, the concept of a traditional credit blacklist doesn't directly apply. However, that doesn't mean there aren't consequences for not adhering to their terms and conditions. Beforepay, like any financial service, operates on a system of trust and adherence to its rules. While they don't report to credit bureaus, they do have internal mechanisms to manage user accounts. The most common reason for a user to experience restricted access, or what some might term being blacklisted, revolves around repayment issues. When you receive a Beforepay advance, you agree to a repayment schedule, typically tied to your next payday. If these repayments consistently fail, or if there are multiple instances of dishonored debits, Beforepay will likely take action. This action usually begins with temporary suspensions. You might find yourself unable to request new advances until your outstanding balance is settled. Repeated or severe repayment problems could lead to a more permanent restriction on your account. This means you wouldn't be able to use the service at all, effectively being blacklisted from accessing their wage advances in the future. It's their way of mitigating risk and ensuring the sustainability of their service for all users. Another less common but still possible reason for restricted access could be a violation of their terms of service unrelated to repayment. This might include instances of suspected fraudulent activity or providing inaccurate information during the sign-up process. While Beforepay aims to be accessible, they also need to protect themselves and their users from abuse. It's crucial to understand that Beforepay's primary goal is to provide a helpful service. They don't want to cut off users who are genuinely trying to manage their finances. If you encounter a repayment difficulty, the best course of action is always to communicate with Beforepay directly. They often have hardship programs or can work with you to adjust repayment plans if you're facing genuine financial difficulty. Ignoring the issue or allowing multiple failed repayments is almost guaranteed to lead to a restriction on your account. So, while you won't end up on a national credit blacklist for issues with Beforepay, you can absolutely face internal restrictions that prevent you from using their service. It's a system designed to protect both the user and the platform, ensuring responsible usage. The key takeaway is clear: responsible repayment and adherence to their terms are paramount if you want to maintain access to this valuable financial tool. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.